I've been visiting Japan for 20 years, but I've never seen cherry blossoms in full bloom. The subtlety of the gradient, tones of white to shades of pink, the fleeting sense of life all wiped away in black and white. Hello, I'm Jack, a scientist and street photographer, and on my 10-hour flight to Tokyo, I finally finished reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. It's all of the nuggets of wisdom. There's one quote that stuck. Inspiration comes first. You come next, the audience comes last. The complete opposite of my creative approach for photo and video, but that's all about to change with my newest camera. But let's be real, it's a niche tool, way too expensive. A camera nobody needs to be used on a project that no one asked for, or to fulfill a selfish vision I'm not even sure I can deliver. The Leica M10 monochrome, the same 40 megapixel sensor architecture as its sibling M10R, fine-tuned for black and white. To me, the most unique part of the M10 monochrome is lurking in the shadows. There are lots of reasons to shoot in black and white, but world-famous pink sakura isn't one of them. My photography focuses on the common thread that binds us from 9 to 5, and nowhere in the world is that more evident than in Japan. To me, the cherry blossoms are not the main event. They're a conversation starter for a much rarer topic: what it takes in the modern workplace to come up for air. In my line of work, you're either all in or all the way out, and I've been in flight or fight mode for 15 years. I've hit every milestone, outperformed my wildest expectations, but it will never be enough. The corporation thrives while the individual tries to survive. I did my best to be a team player, help everyone along the way, play the game the proverbial right way, but last year, something broke. I'm on my way now to pick up my M10 monochrome, but it's not my first rodeo. I showed it for a bit last year and I just can't get the experience out of my head. Most modern sensors have 2, maybe 2.5 stops of shutter recovery, and the M10 monochrome has 4, 4.5, even 5 stops of shutter recovery. All of that detail just hiding in plain sight. The reward for this is ISO 50,000, ISO 100,000. Looks really good, ridiculously good. And sure, the M11 monochrome is even better, but who is complaining about ISO 50,000? Zone focusing at night, faster shutter speeds to minimize motion blur, beautiful filmic grain where you hit pitch black. Other than its hefty retail price, there is a cost to the night vision of the M10 monochrome. And here it is, she's a beaut. Official Leica thumb grip, Artemano leather half case, and Wotancraft vintage leather strap. Affiliate links for bags and accessories are in the description below if you'd like to support the channel. And I'm using it with the Voigtlander f1.2 50mm Nocturne. Let me know if you want to see a review of this lens on the channel. For all that is hidden in the shadows, light can be just as blinding. Blown highlights are the biggest downfall of monochrome sensors because, unlike normal sensors, there aren't 3 color channels to retrieve highlight detail from. Broad daylight with the M10 monochrome involves stopping down, an exposure comp of -3, or using an ND filter, but I won't do any of these when shooting cherry blossoms. Of course it was going to end this way, I was just the last one to see it. A project 5 years in the making with too many stakeholders. A camel is a horse designed by committee, and by the end, the initial brief was unrecognizable. I spent all my time appeasing everyone else to bring them on board, but didn't stick to my guns about what I wanted to execute. At the first sign of struggle, everyone took a step back. It was never a good idea, didn't have a chance, death by 1,000 cuts. KPIs, deadlines, committees, budgets. Hashtags, reels, stories, link in bio. It could be the day job or the creator's side hustle. I need to stop working this hard just to play someone else's game. I have to be in this for me and me alone. We need to be selfish. I want to use the light, the lost detail these blown highlights create to accentuate negative space. Rather than burning bridges, I decided to take some space, a break while I bide my time to see the lay of the land and figure out my next move. This is a luxury, to have some distance and space from the daily grind that Cherry Blossoms affords the public in Japan, but it comes and goes in the blink of an eye. Inspiration comes first, you come next, everyone else comes last. These frames won't get many clicks, views, or likes, but I'm shooting cherry blossoms in black and white. The tonality of the flowers serve as the perfect canvas, the blown highlights of the monochrome sensor reaching an effervescent shade of white, negative space to contrast the people gathered to see them. I'm shooting this for me so that it has a fighting chance to resonate with you, because creators need to be selfish. I love shooting at night, but this project, Sakura in monochrome, needs to happen during the day. So next time, let's talk about 8 settings you need to master to get both day and night photography looking great. I'm Jack, trying to capture the peace in each moment here in Tokyo.